I seen that house on the corner.
Yeah.
I don't know. I seen his name on the trailer, but I didn't stop and look. They ain't messing around now.
Call this regular city council meeting to order. Before the invocation, I'd like to observe a moment of silence for Jim Smith, the longtime director of the Taylorville Municipal Band. Thank you. Invocation. Glorious God, you promised to open doors of blessing and abundance for your people. We ask that you would work mightily in us today. Come upon us and cause us to have a productive meeting. Lead each one of us so that we can make fruitful contributions at this time. Enable us to think and strategize in ways that will achieve great results. Purify our thoughts and motives so that each one of us will enter this meeting desiring the good of others and the pleasure of your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Doug Brown. Here. Megan Bryant. Larry Budd.
Here.
Steve Dennis.
Here.
Steve Dorchenez. Kathy Driscoll. Jim Olive.
Present.
Chris Scoltetti.
Present.
All aldermen are present except for Bryant. Motion to approve the omnibus vote designation.
I'll move.
Motion by Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call.
Larry Budd.
Yes.
Steve Dennis.
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Scoltetti.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Minutes of the regular meeting held August 18th, 2025. Minutes of the Finance Committee meeting held August 21st, 2025. Minutes of the Ordinance Committee meeting held August 21st, 2025. Minutes of the Public Facilities Committee meeting held August 28th, 2025. And minutes of the Street and Sewer Committee meeting held August 28th, 2025. Motion to approve the minutes?
I'll move.
Alderman Dorchenez, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Yes. Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Scoltetti.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Budd.
Yes.
Steve Dennis.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Motion to approve the mayor's appointment of MaryAnn Lowry to the library board. Motion. Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Olive, questions or comments? Roll call.
Kathy Driscoll. Yes. Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Scoltetti.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Budd.
Yes.
Steve Dennis.
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Promotion of Jeff Stoner to fire captain. Matthew? Jolene?
He swears in as a captain, just like the clerk.
Oh, I didn't know he swore in. I'm sorry.
Swear at him.
Didn't realize that. I thought he was promoted. You want to stand over here and hold the Bible? Like that. All right, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of fire captain for the fire department according to the best of your ability?
I do.
Congratulations.
Jeff, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Congratulations. Next, we'll have the oath of office for Luke Millan.
come up too. She's like, no. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of firefighter according to the best of your ability?
I do.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thanks, sir. Congratulations. Thanks, sir.
You're welcome to stay, but you guys, Matt's got a cake and all kinds of stuff for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of the First Amendment to the Business District Agreement by and between the City of Taylorville and Central Illinois Optometric Associates LTD doing business as Advanced Eye Care, 900 West Springfield Road, Suite A. Motion, Alderman Dorchenez, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll
Yep.
call, comment?
That is Gloria's second cousin. Will there be anything with me voting yes on that?
That's up to you. You can vote.
Well, as long as it's legal, I'm gonna vote yes.
It's
I
legal
mean,
to vote. You're
she's
legal.
my eye doctor, but
Yeah.
that's got nothing to do with it.
Yep, you're legal to vote. So motion and a second, roll call?
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy,
Yes.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Larry Bud,
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Mayor Barry.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of the First Amendment to the Business Development District Agreement by and between City of Taylorville and the Christian County Historical Society, 1791 Morrison Drive. Motion, Alderman Brown, second. Alderman Driscoll, questions or comments? Roll call?
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Jim Olive.
Yes.
Mayor Barry.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of the First Amendment to the Business District Agreement by and between the City of Taylorville and Christian County YMCA, 900 McAdam Drive. Motion,
So moved.
Alderman Bud, second. Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call?
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Mayor Barry.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Resolution authorizing a real estate lease with Rick and Lisa Champley.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Driscoll, questions or comments?
I have a
Comments?
comment.
This
Oh,
is
Mr.
for
Mayor.
a 3-year lease, right?
Two.
2-year?
Two-year release.
Okay.
2-year lease. Yes, Rocky?
I was just gonna comment that this, what you do vote on this resolution, Mayor, it'll take a 7-9 vote to pass. And the resolution, the lease appears to be in the same form that I prepared in the past. I would just point out to the clerk that in addition to the execution of the contract and the payment of the rent, you need to require that they provide you with the liability insurance and the motor vehicle insurance that's specified in the lease. That's contingent upon the lease.
All right.
On both of these resolutions, yeah.
There's a motion and a second. Roll call?
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Mayor Barry votes yes. Motion carries 8-0. Resolution authorizing a real estate lease with Jake Heberly. Motion? Alderman Brown, second.
Second.
Alderman Skoltedi, questions or comments? Roll call?
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez,
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Mayor Barry.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Motion to recommend to the city council to approve the special events permit for St. Mary's Church Fall Festival to be held 9/12/25, 4 to 10, 9/13/25, 8 AM to 10 PM, and 9/14/25, 11 AM to 5 PM. Motion to approve? Alderman Brown, second. Alderman Dorchenez, questions or comments?
Comment?
Comment?
Yes.
Alderman Rocky?
Just on this motion, on the next one, I just want to point out that once they get approved, we want to make sure that page 4 is completed. You gotta have X's and all that. Page 4 requires the insurance requirement, hold harmless, et cetera, so.
Motion to approve, there's a first and a second, so roll call?
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Motion to recommend to the city council to approve the special events permit for sports boosters for Faith Bible Christian Academy to be held at the corner of Webster and West Main Cross Street on 9/26/25, 8 AM to 4 PM, and 9/27/25, 9 AM to 2 PM. Motion to approve.
Someone?
Alderman Skoltedi, second. Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call?
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis.
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Motion to recommend to the city council to approve the replacement of the current heating system at the cemetery. Funds to come from 580-5-490-8091, capital improvements line item.
So moved.
Motion,
So moved.
Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, second. Or roll call?
I have comment, Your Honor.
Comment?
In the package, you have a proposal from Yard and one from Blakely. Which one are you accepting here in this motion?
It's from Blakely.
Blakely, I believe, correct?
Okay, the motion should refer to that. And secondly, I think the motion should be subject to the execution of the city form contract because you gotta require the prevailing wage rates and insurance certificates.
All right.
So that motion could be amended to
Motion
include that.
and a second to
Yep.
include that?
Yep.
Okay. Roll call?
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis.
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Motion to recommend to the city council to approve paying for the Route 104 sidewalks out of the TIF fund rather than the BDD fund. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Alderman Driscoll, second.
Second.
Alderman Bud, questions or comments? Roll call?
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis.
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Motion to recommend to the city council to approve to hire Sickage as the auditor for the fiscal year 2024-2025 audit. Motion to approve.
I'll make the motion with a comment.
Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Olive, questions or comment? Comment, Alderman Bud?
We still yet have not received the 24-25, 23-24 audit yet. And we still have the 24-25 that they've got to go through, which they should be starting on now, to get that one done. I don't know how we can get them to get the 23 to us, but something needs to happen. And then if you look at Rocky's email, I don't know if it was today or when, but he had some questions in there concerning some of their, part of their contract, the way I read it.
And I agree with Rocky's questioning and stuff. But right now, it's the only auditor that we have that is even asked about doing our audit. So I think it's the same as we were last year. We're stuck with them and we have no other option. So,
I have a comment, Mayor.
comment, Rocky?
In addition to the email, I'm not sure everyone was able to read my email that I put out today. I have not reviewed the contract in detail, as my email says, to try to save the city some money. My legal opinion and recommendation is the same as it was last year. I do not recommend that you move forward with this agreement unless they agree to the revisions that I have recommended and suggested. However, I recognize here again, you find yourself at the midnight hour that you need to have an audit within 6 months of the end of the fiscal year. You're 2 months out from that. If you go forward with this agreement, I urge you to look at this a little sooner and try to find, there's got to be some other CPAs out in the state of Illinois that does other communities that may do it for less money than what they're charging you, and also might agree to the more favorable contract terms in favor of the city. I've given you all the documents and reasons why I think it's a bad contract, but I understand you're up against the wall here, so I'm just saying for the record.
There's a motion and a second. Roll call?
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Larry Bud,
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez,
No.
Kathy Driscoll. No. Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy,
Yes.
Motion carries 5-2. All right, we got motion to recommend to the city council to approve the 2025-2026 gas firm price contract with Central Commodity FS in reference to purchasing propane. Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Skoltedi, questions or comments?
Comment, Mayor.
Comment?
In the package, there are 3 options under this contract, so the motion should direct which option you're electing to approve. I'm assuming it's going to be the cash one.
Is that
It was the lower
I
price.
would recommend that we pay it the whole up front because it's cheaper that way than to pay.
So the cash price is what you're recommending,
Yes.
and is that what your motion is? Is
Yes.
that what your second is, Chris?
Yes.
All right, motion and a second. Roll call?
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez,
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Motion carries 7-0. Committee reports, discussions and or motions to approve, adopt and or deny and or table and or amend and or refer to an appropriate committee in whole and part the matters regarding the following subject matters discussed at the committee level. Finance, Alderman Bud.
Thank you. Motion to recommend to the city council to submit an overhang easement proposal to Commonwealth Edison for $44,300 for the 2.2155 acres owned by the city of Taylorville. And this is actually over the lake, part of the lake. And if anybody went out there and looked at it, it is low.
Motion by Alderman Bud, second. Alderman Driscoll, questions or comments?
I have a comment, Mayor, and I would ask Alderman Bud if he would be inclined to add to that motion to include plus the city's attorney fees from Commonwealth Edison Company for the requested overhead easement and in such easement instrument form as the city attorney may recommend.
Yes.
That was what the motion said, and that's what your second was?
No, I was
Your second, okay,
That's what I said.
all right. Roll call?
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Ordinance Committee, Alderman Skoltedi.
Thank you, Mayor. First, we have a motion to recommend to the city council to amend the city code 8-4-9B-4, an applicable ordinance to increase the water reconnection fee up to $50 for residents and $85 for non-residents as fees for restoration of service, and discontinue shut-off notices as of November 1st, 2025, and remove paragraph L in the city code 8-4-9. I make that in form of motion.
Motion by Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Driscoll, questions or comments?
I have a question for Alderman Skoltedi. Am I correct to assume that I'm to prepare that ordinance?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
I apologize. Direct the city attorney to prepare this ordinance.
Okay.
There's a motion and a second. Roll call?
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Doug Brown, Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
Next, we have a motion to recommend to the city council to create to direct the city attorney to create an ordinance for a handicap parking space for the United States Postal Service. Make that in the form of a motion.
Motion by Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Nope.
Motion carries.
What?
He was saying.
All right, next we have a motion to recommend the city council to update city code 1-9-2A to change the residency requirement from 6.5 mile radius to the 20-mile radius. This is,
Motion by Alderman Skoltedi. Second.
Second.
Alderman Olive, questions or comments?
Again, to direct the city attorney to prepare it.
Correct.
correct.
Thank you.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
All right, last we have a motion to recommend to the city council to grandfather current superintendent and bargaining members in with their current health insurance coverage. But any and all future superintendents and non-bargaining members will be offered the base level health insurance plan provided by the city. Should an employee choose a higher tier plan or elect to include family coverage, the additional cost would be the responsibility of the employee. And make that in the form of a motion.
That's a motion by Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Driscoll. Comment?
I'd
Alderman
like to
Bud?
know if we could table this. There's been some things come up that's been brought to our
There's a
attention.
motion on the floor to table it. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Dorchenez. Motion and a second to table it. Roll call.
Okay, the motion was Larry
By
Bud
Alderman
and
Bud
seconded
and
Steve
second by
Dorchenez.
Alderman Dorchenez, yes.
All right. Kathy Driscoll,
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy,
No.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Larry Bud,
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-1 to table. Street and sewer.
Thank you,
Alderman
Mr.
Olive.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First motion is to recommend to the city council to authorize and direct the mayor to sign change order number 2 for Illinois Valley paving in the amount of $52,446.88 for work performed at the Taylorville Food Center improvements. This condition is on the receipt of a signed mechanics lien waiver in the amount of certified payroll records and a recommendation by the project engineer the satisfactory work performed. Now, this is a negative.
So this will save us money, correct?
Beg pardon?
This will save us money then.
Yes.
And that's your motion by Alderman Olive, second.
Second.
Alderman Driscoll, questions or comments? Roll call.
Larry Bud,
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll,
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy,
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Motion carries 7-0.
Motion to recommend to the city council to authorize and direct the mayor to sign pay request number 2 from Illinois Valley Paving in the amount of $286,531.18 for work performed at the Taylorville Food Center street improvements. This condition is receptive of signed mechanics lien waivers in the amount certified payroll records as recommended by the city engineer has been satisfactorily performed. This has come from line item 010-5-410-52401.
Motion by Alderman Olive, second.
Second.
Alderman Skoltedi, questions or comments? Roll
Just
call.
a question, Mayor, for the clerk. Have you received the certified records?
Not yet, but I don't pay it until it is received every time.
Got it.
All right, roll call.
Kathy Driscoll,
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy,
Yes.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Larry Bud,
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
Motion to recommend to the city council to approve the repair of an 05-1 tandem in the amount not to exceed $14,000. These funds will come from 010-5 410-512.
Motion by Alderman Olive, second.
Second.
Alderman Dorchenez, questions or comments? Roll call.
Comment.
Comment? Alderman?
Can, Alderman Olive, can you include in that motion, subject to the execution of the city's form contract that will include the prevailing wage and insurance requirements?
Yes, I thought I'd said that.
To
Yeah.
That's what I
repair.
heard. My hearing's bad tonight.
All right.
I'm confused on that one, Rocky. To repair the tandem, you're saying we have to have all of that documentation?
Is that what is that tandem?
Let's just repair a
Repair.
truck.
It's a repair of a truck.
Then we don't need it. No, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All
I
right.
misread it. You're
All
fine.
right, as your motion said, you stated the first time, Jim.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
He said it right the first time. I heard
Roll
him.
call.
Jim Olive,
yes,
Chris Teddy,
Yes.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
motion to recommend to the city council to authorize Benton and Associates to seek proposals on the Adams Street construction project. Put that
Motion.
in form of motion.
Motion by Alderman Olive, second.
Second.
Alderman Dorchenez, questions or comments? Roll call.
Chris Teddy,
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Larry Bud,
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
Motion to recommend to the city council to authorize and direct the mayor to sign the Benton engineering proposal for IDOT Safe Routes to School Bike Rodeo Grant application and grant administration for the amount of $3,200 with the funds to be from the public relations line item.
Motion by Alderman Olive, second.
Second.
Alderman Driscoll, questions or comments? Roll call.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Larry Bud,
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
Motion to recommend to the city council to approve the resolution to appropriate up to $925,000 of RBI, MFT, and MFT and local funds to the West Main Cross Improvement Project and the authorization and direct the mayor to sign the IDOT joint agreement.
Motion by Alderman Olive. Second.
Second.
Alderman Bud, questions or comment?
Comment, Mayor.
Comment, Rocky?
Yeah, on the resolution, it's on page 11, resolution number, schedule number 5. We recognize that resolutions to appropriate funds for motor fuel tax funds are appropriate. When you look at the actual resolution, it includes local funds. I just want to point out, you want to make sure that your existing appropriation ordinance covers any use of local funds for this project. If not, you can only supplement that appropriation ordinance by another supplemental ordinance. So, and I talked to the mayor today, I didn't know what RBI stood for funds. Anybody know?
Rebuild Illinois.
Rebuild Illinois, okay. I know the motor fuel tax funds are okay by resolution. I just questioned the local funds addition, but when I looked at your appropriation ordinance, I saw that you had 900,000 for the water main projects, 550,000 for storm sewer, curb and gutter 220, and sidewalk improvements 220,000. So that's obviously enough money for local funds if you don't have other projects. I just point that out. Just need to be very careful that you cannot spend the funds unless you had it appropriated, and you cannot do a supplemental appropriation absent, a vote by the citizenry, or if you get to the extent of funds that you get from the government. So, having said that, go ahead and adopt your resolution.
There's
So
a
I'm-
motion and a second. Roll call.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Teddy.
Nope.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-1.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-1.
A motion to recommend to the city council to approve the demolition of the structures located at the following locations: 1133 East Elm Street, 902 East Thompson Street, 809 East Lewis Street, and 625 Cheney Street. The property zone responsible for the dumpsters.
Motion by Alderman Olive, second.
Second.
Alderman Bud, questions or comments?
Comment, Mayor. I asked Alderman Olive to add to this motion, upon execution by the respective property owners of the city's affidavit and consent to demolish property form that Lisa, the mayor's secretary, has in her office that I prepared some time ago.
All right. Comment?
That document allows you permission to get on the property, it holds you harmless identified, and does a number of things, so.
Comment, Alderman Skoltedi?
Yeah, as we've already started to discuss in ordinance committee meeting, and I've asked the members to bring back better ideas on how we should proceed forward. I move to table this matter.
There's a motion to table. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Doug Brown,
No.
Larry Bud,
No.
Steve Dennis,
No.
Steve Dorchenez,
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll,
Yes.
Jim Olive,
No.
Chris Skoltedi.
Yes.
Motion to table fails 4-3. There's a motion and a second. Roll call?
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Larry Bud,
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Pardon?
Yes.
Okay.
Steve Dorchenez,
No.
Kathy Driscoll,
No.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Skoltedi.
Nope.
Motion carries 4-3. Motion to recommend to the city council to approve turning off the power in the industrial park. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Driscoll, second.
Second.
Second, Alderman Skoltedi. Motion is second. Roll call?
Steve Dorchenez,
Motion or comment? Comment?
I guess it's actually for Rocky. Rocky, if we turn off the power out there at the industrial park and something happens, accident or whatever, and they determine that, it's because the lights weren't on out there. I know today we've got, there's a company utilizing that industrial park to park their trucks out there, overnight, things like that. I just didn't know if we have any liability, because we have the lights out there and somebody claims that they had an accident because the lights were not on, if that would come back on the city.
Well, to answer your question, yes, it could, but it's to the extent as of our negligence, if someone runs another truck, is it because the driver failed to keep a proper lookout to see that other vehicle out there, or is it 100% our fault for not having it lit? So to answer your direct question, yes, you can be sued. To the extent of what you may be liable would be questionable.
Comment, Alderman Driscoll?
I'm the one that brought this up because looking at the bills, it's almost $600 a month that we're paying, and we're trying to cut our expenses. I thought that was a small one, but it's something. As far as if we turn the lights off, somebody runs into something at night, they should have their headlights on if they're operating their vehicle at night, so that will be their problem. And it's not necessarily anybody's business to be back there right now. If we have trucks that we're allowed to park there, if that's become a liability to us, have them park at Walmart or tell them they can't park there anymore. Until we get somebody there, that's a way to save money. So that's my comment.
All right, I would just think without being lighted, we would face a liability with maybe kids more out there with it being dark. Also, we sold lot one, or the TDA sold lot one with the power on, so they might have a concern with they bought a lot, now we're turning the power off. So I think it's a small event. And I was told today that it really brightens up our town if you come in there at night. Now, I haven't been there at night to look at it, but it really brightens up our town. and it is a good marketing tool for us too. So I say it's for the small amount of money that it costs that we leave it on. So that's my comment. Alderman Bud?
If this was to pass, I would say that this would be paid for out of the TIF funds.
Yes,
It's a part of the
it could be,
industrial parks and the TIF. It's in the BDD and it's also in enterprise.
correct. Correct. And it is TIF eligible expense, so ABDD. Jolene,
Can
you
I
got a
comment?
question? Yeah.
We have been paying this even when we didn't own that property
Right.
ever since it was built, just
Right.
so everyone knows. It
And
wasn't
we pay for the street lights on every
on other
street,
town,
so.
on other
yeah.
areas, but we've been all along paying for it.
All right,
So
There's
as
a
well as trying to find a way to cut money.
motion and a second. Roll call?
Steve Dennis,
No.
Steve Dorchenez,
No,
Kathy Driscoll,
Yes,
Jim Olive,
No,
Chris Teddy,
No,
Doug Brown,
no.
Larry Bud.
No.
Motion fails 6-1. City attorney update.
Three quick matters. You received an email from me this afternoon in response to this IDOT Airport RIC assessment questionnaire. I copied you all on it, and I assume you got it, Jolene, the paragraphs that maybe put in to answer that 11.1 question.
Yes, we got it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that there's a FOIA request that you received that I think Jolene and I are gonna be working on. She's asked me to help her with it, and it is somewhat involved, and we'll see how that pans out. And the final thing is, on the through the fence agreement with both the Templeton and Millan files, that's in the hands now of Andy Goodall. I'm waiting for a reply from him. I've shared with you the documentations and the questions I received from FAA, so and I think one of the concerns is that project you have out there now is the proposed through the fence agreement on one of the requests. Is that, how's that gonna impact on that new improvement? So I'm not moving any forward with this until I hear back from Andy, and we go from there.
And I talked with him today, and he'll get back to you tomorrow on that, Rocky.
Okay, very good. Thanks.
I have
That's
a
it.
question for Rocky.
Pardon, question?
Rocky, can you give a little clarification on the ability of the city clerk to change ordinances? I know there's some discussion about maybe the ordinances are your property and they cannot make ordinance changes without your approval.
Well, nothing's my property, Chris, so, but.
That's why I'm trying to get some clarification.
Yeah. Well, the clarification is that for years, and as I think is typical in most communities, and I think what the Illinois Municipal League would put out, is that it's not the statutory duties or responsibilities of a city clerk or a deputy clerk to prepare legal documents such as ordinances. Your current ordinance code provides that the city attorney is assigned that task. For routine type documents, I think Jolene puts them together. She may ask me to take a look at them. I think we can go by, if I spend 5 minutes on it, say, yeah, it's good. And then I've actually blessed that particular document. But some of the ordinances, I think you need, whether it's me or another attorney, you need to have the attorney prepare those legal documents.
No, I agree. There was some discussion on whether or not,
Yeah.
whether it's misinformation or whatever, but that those were your property and that we couldn't make changes even if we.
Well, you guys have been sharing my forms for years. I mean, I think the form that Lisa's using is something I created. The resolution you adopt tonight and the lease was something I created. And I don't have a problem with that. And I see it, and as long as I know that it's still protecting the city, I'm going to recommend that those go ahead and be signed and approved. But I think whoever the city attorney is, that's the person who should be preparing your legal documents and your ordinances.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, mayor updates. Thank you for approving my appointment of MaryAnn Lowry to the library board. St. Mary's Fall Festival is coming up in 2 weeks. High school football has started. Road work continues around the Taylorville Food Center and also Safe Routes to School along with the water main by St. Mary's and Memorial School. Please be careful in the school zones and enjoy the nice weather. Thank you. Motion to recommend to the city council to accept the treasurer's report as presented. Motion by Alderman Bud, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call?
Jim Olive,
yes,
Chris Teddy,
Yes.
Doug Brown, Larry Bud.
Yes.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez,
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Motion to approve or ratify payment of bills, $736,278.76. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Alderman Bud, second. Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call.
Steve Dennis,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll,
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Teddy,
Yes.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Larry Bud.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. Per subparagraph G of 5 ILCS 120/2.06, this portion of the city council meeting is reserved for any person wishing to address the council on any relevant subject matters concerning the city. The Illinois Opens Meeting Act 5 ILCS 120/1FC mandates no act shall be taken on subject matters not listed on the agenda, but the council may direct staff or to address the topic or refer the subject matter to a future council and/or committee meeting. If anyone wishes to address the council, please provide your name and address, limit your comments or presentation to 3 minutes, and avoid repetitious comments. Anyone like to address the council? Alderman Bud?
We just received our new IML book. I suggest that you go and look at the taxes of what they've got in there. There's going to be some increases, but there's also going to be some decreases.
All right. Anyone else like to address the council? Alderman Teddy?
So just so we're aware, we voted to pass tearing down these 4 properties. We already had a lengthy discussion in ordinance. I'm not bringing it back to ordinance.
All right.
My time is far too valuable to sit and discuss things that are just the status quo. We just want to let things run amok and do as we want. 60 properties that we talk about that we tore down. How many aldermen can name 10 of them? So that's the biggest problem is transparency. But basically you're saying tonight, you're approving that you're okay with a lack of transparency. I've been on this council for over 6 years. And I can probably name maybe 10 of the maybe 50 properties in the 6 years I've been on it. That is ridiculous to me, but if we're okay with it, fine. I'm not wasting another ounce of my time on it.
All right.
My comment,
Comment, Alderman Brown?
speaking to Chris, what I was gonna say is, I think we need a better way going forward with this, but these properties, I mean, why are we waiting? mean,
I
this is-
drove by 625 tonight. It's somewhat dilapidated. If you drive down the alley behind it, 2 houses down, there is a porch about to fall off with all kinds of insulation showing and everything else. So who's to say that something needs to be tore down? When, I'd be honest, that porch looked way worse than that entire house at 625 North Cheney.
I agree, there ought to be a better way forward with it. I don't think we let go of that. I just think that these are, I mean, these folks are gonna pay for it, the dumpsters, I think we.
That's
go
just
ahead
gonna, that's gonna take more than just me and you, Doug, because I'm not bringing it back because 2 people want it.
I have a
Well,
comment, and
comment.
in line with this too, I wanna make sure that everyone understands, there's a distinction between having a dilapidated vacant building taken down. I agree, we should not have those things, but we should already have a process in place. We already have ordinances on our books that state what should be followed as far as ordinance violations, et cetera, et cetera. Let's draw a line. I'm not caring whether or not they're getting torn down. I agree they should be. The problem is we're not holding the right people responsible to this. And if someone's paying for it, because we are using a street employee to do this. We talked about this at your meeting. I appreciate you don't want to do that, bring it up again, because we're just beating a dead horse. But the thing is, if we're paying somebody, we have to come up with who's going to be paying back for that. We never got to that. That was supposed to be brought up at the next meeting or at some point. So is the ward going to be paying for it? How much are they paying? Why aren't the property owners being held responsible for paying for their own property? It's not been brought up. It's not been discussed fully. So that's why I voted to say no to this, not because I don't want these down. I think we should follow the protocol that's already there, that should be followed. That's my statement.
All right, anyone else? Motion for adjournment,
I'll move.
Alderman Olive, second.
Second.
Alderman Teddy, all in favor? All
Aye.
opposed? We are adjourned, 7:43.
Just leave this here, come back to it in the morning.
Yeah. Street meeting tomorrow?